Hello everybody and welcome to In the Driver's Seat with dubizzle. We have yet another special guest here in the hub. It is Rabih El Turk. Rabih, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
And I'm so sorry to say this, we don't have any classics for you to check out.
Yeah, I realized that, but it's fine. You have enough nice cars.
Well, we found something that's, I guess, kind of on the verge of being classic. I mean, this thing's got barely any features, I think.
That's true.
I saw
still
it
have a normal radio inside, so...
Yeah, it does have a push-start engine, and it does have a manual gearbox, so there is that classical element to it. Plus, it does look a little bit timeless, doesn't it?
It does. It's
but it still looks modern enough to fit in with the rest of it. But let's talk about the hub itself. This is the first time you've come down.
It's the first time I come here, yeah. I love the place. It was easy, actually, to get here. That's the first thing that I thought about. And the place looks very clean for a car showroom, or let's say like a car hub, which I love. But yeah, I want to know more about what you guys offer here, like services.
So you're no stranger to the industry as such. I mean, you've been working in it for quite some time. Okay, you're no longer in it, but you have worked with some of the biggest people here in the industry. How does it compare to that?
Well, it's different. Let's say that it's different. It's new. I like the whole concept and what you guys are offering here. So this is something completely new for me. So let's talk more about what you. Like what makes you different from the market, right? So from the outside, it looks amazing. So let's see now from the inside.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess what makes us different here at the moment is the transparency aspect, right? We make sure that it's easy to buy or sell a car through us. You know, we have everything complimentary or as an additional service at any given stage. You know, every car that we have is inspected 120 points. If you want to see more of the car, we offer 240-point inspections. Okay. We can help you with loan clearance. So if you have a bank loan and you want to get rid of your car, we can help you clear that up. We have the loan assist features as well for buyers who are looking to buy a car or get their dream car on financing, because obviously we're not walking around with stacks of cash in our pockets. True. But as I mentioned before, you are into classic cars, and I would say I am too. And I think we kind of spoke about this before we started the video here, is how technology is changing cars. You know, we're going from raw, we're going from emotional, we're going from just ordinary things to these tech-savvy pieces of machinery.
Well, obviously, look, you know, I'm a big fan of classic cars, right? So this is something that's never going to change. But that being said, we have to be saying that the new cars are completely different. When driving the car, the luxury that you have, the comfort that you have, and all of the safety features and all of that, this is something very important to us to talk about as well. But still, I would always miss that feeling, being behind the wheel of a classic car, like feeling how raw the car is, how rigid the car is, and just experience every single move of the car. Now you're just in a car and feel like you're on a magic carpet ride. Just, it floats, right? So it's different, but yet it's interesting.
I think that's a very good analogy for what cars are nowadays. They're just magic carpet rides that are basically taking you from point A to point Z. I mean, if you look at certain manufacturers who are putting these revolutionary piece of technology in cars, you know, cars are driving themselves. They're able to tell you if there's a car 300 meters behind you that you can barely see. They move you out of the way. They stop if you're not paying attention. They even tell you when you're too sleepy to drive the car.
Right, exactly. That's true.
You know,
they nudge you to wake up.
Exactly. It's fascinating that they're doing it, but at the same time, I personally feel it's a bit worrying. You know, we're losing touch. You know, we're already losing the manual gearbox faster than we thought we would. I mean, a couple of years ago, manual was all the rage. And yes, there are a handful of countries that still do use manuals on a daily basis, but here we don't, you know, we don't get them.
I think the streets and the roads that we have in Dubai don't really allow us to use manual cars. It's mostly highways, right? So it's a little bit different. We don't have narrow, small streets. It's all about big highways, big roads, 6, 7 lanes, and it makes it easier to drive an automatic car, I guess.
And that's where things like this come behind. This is the Lotus Exige 410 Sport, one of the last of its kind, because it is basically a go-kart on 4 wheels that's road legal, and it has a manual gearbox. It has that essence of driving. It gives you that pleasure of driving. You know, you feel in tune with the car. You can feel everything about the car. And it's weird I say this. I have a manual license, but I haven't driven a manual car a lot. You know, the last car I drove was 3 years ago.
I did my manual license as well. Was hoping to drive more, but not a lot.
Like you said, it's more catered towards highway driving, so an automatic gearbox is, you know, preferred, because you don't want to have to keep changing gears or especially when you're trying to overtake somebody, you know, slam into six, and then you have to go all the way back through and everything like that. It wears out the clutch, plus it will wear out your arm as well, driving all the way down to Abu Dhabi. Yeah, I do enjoy classics, and I'm going to ask you this: what is your favorite classic car?
I think it would be a Corvette Stingray C3 in 1973.
Okay.
I like this car.
Yeah, it's.
I have my eyes on one, and hopefully we'll get it one day.
It's a timeless classic, and they look
this.
absolutely wonderful. I do like the C1. I love the
C1.
original Corvette when it came out, excuse me, and I do love the C4 as well.
Very nice.
I do have my eyes on a C7. I know it's not a classic, but
it's beautiful.
I do love that car. Now, let's talk about features again, and not features of cars, but features on dubizzle, because we've recently launched a new feature to help you buy and sell safer and smarter. And it's a nice way to kind of get to know who you're talking to before you actually start communicating. And then, of course, is verified on dubizzle. And that's a little blue tick. I don't know if you've spotted it so far.
I've seen it, and yeah, I wanted to know more about it. I mean, I get a lot of calls from people, right? Because I've been in the car industry for a while. People ask, like, where should I buy a car from? Like, how can I trust someone that's selling me a car? Like, because, like we said, some people buy a car from other people, but these people already bought it from someone and didn't know the actual history of the car. So you end up with a car that had been totaled or even flooded, and you wouldn't know because the previous owner didn't even know. So how can we get that eliminated and try to trust people actually that would not even scammers, like go to someone that knows they're actually buying or selling a car. So I think this is what the blue tick does.
So the verified is a little bit different. It's more on the classified side of things rather than the car side of things. For the car side of things, we have things like history report, accident reports, inspection reports as well. They give you a wealth of knowledge. But for end users who are looking to buy or sell just normal things, furniture, maybe even a gear knob for the car or something like that, it's a way for them to engage with somebody that they can trust. You know, it gives them that sense of security that they can talk to somebody that is not going to do something malicious to them. And we introduced it a couple of months ago, and it's been very successful. We've seen a number of applicants. I think in the first week alone, we had over 5,000 people registered to verify the accounts. I think I was one of the first to do it as well, because I just wanted to have the satisfaction of having a blue tick.
Interesting, yeah.
I can't get it on Instagram, but I can
You can get it somewhere now.
So I have the blue tick now. But it's as I said, it's a way that you can tell that it's a safe environment. You know, you'll see the blue tick within the chat feature. You'll see verified on dubizzle on the ad listing itself. And again, this kind of spreads across the entire platform as a whole. Not too much into the car section, but you will still see it in the chat.
And how do you do the verification? Like, how do you do that?
So it's very simple. All you need to do is you just log onto your account or log into your account on dubizzle via the application on your phone, whether it be iPhone or Android, and Huawei as well is available. You'll get an option in your profile to verify your account. Click it, and then follow the steps. Upload your Emirates ID, take a quick video of your face, and then within 3 to 5 working days, your account will be verified for all.
Interesting.
And with a verification, or with a verified account even, you get priority when it comes to support. You get the benefit of having the blue tick, plus a badge on each one of your ad listings, so people know exactly who you are.
I should do that.
Yes, do it right away. Well, Rabih, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for your time.
Again, it's a shame that we didn't have a classic. I would have loved to got your insights.
Next time.
Next time, indeed.
Next time, for sure.
But thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for joining us as well on this episode of In the Driver's Seat with dubizzle, and we'll see you next time.